Hello, Dr. Sanders. This is my demo for the zebra stripes. I hope you're doing well. To get started, I'm going to run the code, and while it runs, I'm going to talk through the code and what it does. So if we click up here, run Java. So I could put in an arc threshold number. So basically, what this arc threshold number does is uh, tell the script how many arcs we want to be printed before each PNG is produced. So we have um, uh, recursive PNG production. So just for a demo, I'm going to put just 10. And then it's going to be printing PNGs for each 10 arcs that are produced. So as you can see, they recursively grow. And while I'm talking, it's producing more PNGs. We have some global variables up here, which like the arc threshold is the default is number one. And then down here, we have the recursive calls down here under draw fractal arc because this is the function that's being recursively called. Um, this is where the arc threshold is um, it's incremented, and also the PNG count is incremented. And this is where the PNGs are saved and written to. And then here's the MP4 of something that we produced previously, and it recursively draws all of the fractals and the zebra stripes. This was created in Blender, and that's how it looks. And then Daryl was the one who created the recursive PNG part of the code. When I originally made the code, I made it to where I'd have to input how many zebra stripes I wanted, and then it would produce like a certain amount of zebra stripes. So I printed out 16 pictures. As you can see, it's set to 16 here. And that original video, before Dario optimized it, is right here. I think Daryl did a better job. Mine kind of looks a little bit like I don't know. It's a little bit less like um I don't know what the word is, but thank you to Daryl for optimizing it. And then code is right here. All the blue code is textbook code. Yellow code is what I did. This is the current main branch. So some of Daryl's optimizations slightly like went over mine, but not too much. But I'll basically go through what I did. So I introduced arc count, which is the number of arcs drawn. So each like little whatever's considered an arc, so like a little line. And then you could set the number of zebra stripes. So if I wanted the PNG to only produce 4, it would produce 4. But for the sake of this demo, keeping it at 16. I also discovered that there's roughly 257 arcs per zebra stripe. It's not entirely accurate. Not all zebra stripes have 257 arcs, but I discovered that that was like the common median. And uh, this variable zebra stripes is multiplied by this, and then in the recursive function at the bottom of the code, it uses max arcs to produce an image with that amount of arcs, which would be however many zebra stripes you want. I introduced a scanner, which asks the user the increment for the arc threshold. So basically, we wanted to make it more user interactive, and we have if there's not a valid input, then the default value is 257, and then it asks for the input here, and then I added an if statement here. While I was going through my PNG productions, I discovered that there were some uncaught exceptions here. So I added some checks especially these ones are very important to just to make sure that the left points and the right points, just to handle if they're like not equal or if they're equal, because I was running into lots of exception errors. And then the same thing down here. This is when we're actually beginning to draw the lines. So that's a very important part of the code. And then I introduced the arc count. So originally, I had like a if statement. So like if arc count is greater than the increment or something like that down here. But oh yeah, down here, if arc count is greater than or equal to the max arcs, then we stop the recursion because that's telling the code stop here at this amount of arcs. In my original code, I think I had maybe one or two lines, but Dario, he really optimized it and added the threshold. And then Phineas, he he created this try and catch exception statement, which is very helpful. Just making sure that the scanner is user friendly and handles invalid inputs. And then I believe Phineas also he edited the draw fractal arc lines of code. And then thank you, Dr. Sanders, for giving us the starter code. And here's my reference for the textbook.